Welcome to storied Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. All games might count the same, but some carry a little more juice. And when you get to this point in the season, a couple of teams in the top 10 fighting for their playoff lives and positioning, this one feels a little special. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
Keep that super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Bunch formation for these receivers. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Out wide right, it's Sauer. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And why waste any time? Get right to it, the offense with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message, Reese, they are going to take shots. They've got playmakers. They've got dudes that can get downfield and locate the football. I love the attitude right out of the gate.
You reach this portion of the season, and games like this, top 5 showdown, can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, the middle of the season, you kind of get in a lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing and the new wore off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right. And if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
And that's not a surprise who made that play. And this is just the opening drive, but we're going to hear his name a lot. He flies all over the field, shows up in the run, shows up in the pass. Big-time playmaking linebacker that every time you turn on the tape, you see him flying around.
He slings it deep to the left. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one off.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Guys, top 5 matchup this late in the season. It feels like a de facto playoff game.
It is, man. This is the big showcase. Late in the season, you're proving to the committee exactly who you are, where you stand. I don't think it gets any better than these late season showdowns. A lot of time rivalries too, Jesse. These are the best.
David, you're right. And both of these teams have been on a collision course all year long. We knew that this game was going to matter a lot, so you know the intensity is going to be off the charts.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll give to Frazier. Only able to pick up a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And as he throws, complete downfield. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Makes a catch. Plows through the defense. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Wants to throw on 1st. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Keeps it moving. It's Hansen. Turning it on. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Quickly complete. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He'll set up to throw. Left side is Peoples. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a 1st down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. From the gun, it's Hansen. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Turns it upfield. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Wants to go up top on second down. Out wide left, it's Peoples.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Nittany Lions have pushed it inside the 20. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. He'll throw it. Reels it in. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
That is a play the offense absolutely had to have. They're trailing, right? This is a big third down, but what a great job by the QB and his target being on the same page. Hooking up for that big-time play. Now they're in the red zone, and all of a sudden they got...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Extra point here will tie the game. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Smashes him with the stiff arm. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've got a good one going here. I'm looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. At the 40, there he goes. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Wants to throw. It's Stockton. They'll run the screen. At the 35, he's loose. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The Dogs peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line. Handoff for Frazier. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Six-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. It's in the tight end in motion. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Moves to his right. Going for 6. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. There he goes. And he works his way forward and finally down at the 15.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
3rd and short, they've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Turns into the pile. They'll get him stopped at the 18, and this offense creates a little space for the 1st down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Looking downfield, it's Beck. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. They'll run out of the gun. James Peoples. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. It forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Using his legs, it's Hansen. Can't get him to the ground.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Breaks into the open. The tag. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Martin. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Lost one deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second.
Going for it all. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Buying time to his right. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide-out level noise. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Powers inside. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Georgia going up tempo.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like stopping the run game. Like they continue to have success and have success now on this 3rd down. They've got to find a way to maybe commit more bodies, be more physical at the point of attack, and take away some of this rushing game.
Short completion on 1st down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. The snap sets up the throw. The short hands, it's Frazier. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Keeps it on the bootleg. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Martin. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Here's James Peoples to begin the drive. Defense all over him. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Beck. Fires to the middle. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Timeout on the field, and that's the 2nd call by Georgia. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Dogs come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Bulldogs take their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. He'll take a deep shot here. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Drops back. It's Speck. Under pressure. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on the number 17 team, the Kansas State Wildcats. And it's Oklahoma State looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Pac-12.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
On 3rd down, here's Frazier. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Tight end now in motion. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Dumps it to the back. Left side is Frazier. Makes the grab in their space. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Calls it in.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Right side, it's Humphreys. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. Here's Nate Frazier. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he added the extra point. On the return, it's Wallace. He's got great speed. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.